Gabby Thomas once again proved why she is one of the most dangerous sprinters in the world, but Kingston's women's 200 meters was about much more than the winner. Behind Thomas's dominant performance, Lady Paulino delivered a result that few predicted and may have changed the entire Grand Slam title race. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the race strategy, the technical details that separated the top athletes, Paulino's remarkable late surge, and what the final results reveal about the current state of women's sprinting. From championship form to title implications, this race provided plenty to analyze.
Moved to the 400, I guess probably in around about 2020, and has dominated that event, certainly last year. Talitha Diggs in lane 2. And then Stacey Ann Williams of Jamaica. Fresh from a new indoor 400 personal best. Lane 1 may be tough at this 200 then. Hansen, what we're looking for here?
Well, Paulino needs to at least come out of here with at least 5 points, because obviously to win, you get a little boost with the 12 points to win the deuce. Gabby and Dina are really going to be battling for that, and I think that they know that they're going to have a good chance at that 100K if they jump out in front with the points in this early race. Spoke to Dina like yesterday, and Dina actually said that she's really focused on that 4. Very confident about her too. So that 400 is going to be something special when she gets out there.
Dina Asher-Smith in lane 8. Gabby Thomas, Olympic champion, in 7. Safely away first time. Asher-Smith got out pretty good. Natson just got left a little bit. You'd expect that by the 2 sprinters on the outside. But it's Gabby Thomas around the top end who's just got half a metre on Dina Asher-Smith. And Thomas normally starts to go away from this point. Natson running well in 3rd at the moment. And then there's a battle with Paulino charging down the last 30-40, but it's going to be Gabby Thomas. Asher-Smith might just hang on here. It's Gabby Thomas, but Paulino with a real surge, taking 2nd place, and that will be really, really significant. We expected Gabby Thomas to come away with a win, 22.62 in these conditions. That's pretty swift, that's pretty good. But Paulino, that is significant. You get 12 points for winning, you get 8 points for 2nd. But when we cast this forward to the 400 tomorrow and the possible result there, let's say the possible result, that is significant for Paulino.
Nah, it's absolutely significant, because she's obviously going to do her thing in the 4. For her to come 2nd, I didn't expect that, man. Gabby getting 1st place obviously makes sense. She's an Olympic champion, but for Paulino to come out of there with those extra points, she's going to end up having a good chance at that 100K.
Dina always runs a pretty good turn, transition in the home straight here. Gabby Thomas just moved away, just got that gap, and it looked as though Dina was rallying again here.
You know what, Gabby ran a much better turn than I expected. She's tall. You don't expect the taller sprinters to have such a good turn, but she's efficient. And once she gets on the straightaway and lets those limbs go, I mean, she's really, really hard to beat. I expected it to be a lot tighter with her, Dina. And that wasn't the case, but Paulino coming 2nd in that race, I think, is the big story.
Well, and so much hype has been on Gabby Thomas since the Olympics, and then since she announced early on that she was going to be running this series of Grand Slams. So look at that huge smile. She must feel really good breaking the tape.
You know what?
Check the result there, 22.62, as I mentioned, 22.93. It's the season's best because she hasn't raced yet for Paulino.
Right.
But the more significant thing...
The women's 200 meters at the Grand Slam track meeting in Kingston delivered exactly what fans expected from an Olympic champion, and one result that could have major consequences for the overall standings. Gabby Thomas arrived in Jamaica carrying enormous expectations. Since her Olympic triumph, she has become one of the most recognizable names in women's sprinting, and the launch of the Grand Slam track series offered another opportunity to prove why she remains one of the most complete 200-meter runners in the world. Against a field featuring world-class sprinters and elite 400-meter specialists, Thomas produced a controlled and convincing victory in 22.62 seconds. The performance was significant not simply because she won, it was the manner of the victory that stood out. Thomas executed the race almost perfectly from a technical perspective. Running from lane 7, she attacked the curve aggressively while maintaining relaxation through the shoulders and upper body. Taller sprinters often struggle to maximize efficiency around the bend because of longer stride mechanics. but Thomas once again demonstrated why she is different. Her ability to maintain speed without overstriding allowed her to create separation before the field entered the home straight. By the midpoint of the race, she already held a visible advantage over Dina Asher-Smith on the outside and the athletes inside her. Once she reached the straight, the outcome was largely decided. Thomas possesses one of the strongest speed maintenance phases in women's sprinting, and Kingston provided another example. While others attempted to close, she continued accelerating and crossed the finish line comfortably ahead of the field. The final time of 22.62 seconds was an excellent early season performance. More importantly, it immediately secured the maximum 12 points available in the Grand Slam track scoring system. In a competition where every point matters toward the overall prize, starting with a victory places Thomas in an ideal position. However, while Thomas claimed the win, the most important story may actually have come from behind her. Marilady Paulino entered the competition as the dominant 400-meter athlete in the field. The Olympic champion from the Dominican Republic is known primarily for her strength over one lap, not for challenging elite 200-meter specialists. Yet she delivered one of the biggest surprises of the evening by finishing second in 22.93 seconds. This result matters far beyond the stopwatch. The Grand Slam track format rewards versatility, and Paulino's ability to score 8 points in an event outside her primary discipline could become decisive. Most observers expected Thomas to win. Many also expected Asher-Smith to finish second. Instead, Paulino produced a perfectly timed surge over the final 40 meters to move past the British star and secure the runner-up position. That late acceleration revealed exactly why she is so dangerous. Unlike pure sprinters who rely heavily on explosive starts, Paulino's greatest weapon remains her speed endurance. As the race progressed and others began to tighten, she continued building momentum. The final section of the race looked more like a 400-meter specialist applying pressure than a traditional 200-meter sprint finish. For Paulino, the reward was enormous. 8 points in the 200 meters provide a major advantage heading into the 400 meters, where she is widely considered the favorite. If she performs to expectations in her main event, those additional points gained in Kingston could ultimately become the difference between winning and losing the overall Grand Slam title. Dina Asher-Smith finished third in 22.96 seconds, only 0.03 behind Paulino. On paper, the result appears competitive, but the race also highlighted the challenge facing the British veteran. Her curve running remained strong, and she transitioned effectively into the straight. Yet she lacked the final acceleration needed to challenge Thomas or resist Paulino's late charge. The performance was still encouraging. Asher-Smith continues to show that she belongs among the world's elite sprinters, but the margins at this level are extremely small. A few hundredths of a second can separate second place from fourth, and Kingston demonstrated exactly how competitive the current women's sprint landscape has become. Another notable athlete was Salwa Eid Nasser. Fresh from producing the fastest 400-meter performance in the world this season, the Bahraini star finished fourth in 22.99 seconds. The result confirmed her excellent form and reinforced the growing trend of elite 400-meter runners becoming increasingly competitive over 200 meters. The broader picture from Kingston is clear. The women's sprint events are entering a fascinating period where traditional 200-meter specialists are being challenged by athletes who possess exceptional speed endurance from the 400 meters. Paulino and Nasser both demonstrated that they can compete with world-class sprinters even outside their preferred event. Meanwhile, Gabby Thomas remains the benchmark. Her victory was not dramatic. It was not decided by a photo finish. Instead, it was the type of performance that defines champions. She identified the key phase of the race, executed her strategy efficiently, and never allowed her rivals a realistic opportunity to challenge. As the Grand Slam track season continues, Thomas has established herself as the athlete everyone must chase. Yet Kingston also revealed another important reality. While Thomas may currently be the favorite, Marilady Paulino's unexpected second-place finish has transformed the battle for the overall title into something far more interesting. The Olympic champion won the race, but the athlete who may have gained the most from Kingston was Paulino. And with the 400 meters still to come, that could prove to be the defining storyline of the entire weekend.